Okay, welcome everybody to some more random mistakes that my students have made over the last few weeks. Number one, she suspected that he made this murder by his own. There are a couple of mistakes in this one. Now, firstly, you don't make a murder and you don't technically do a murder, although that sounds better to me than make a murder. It's still not correct though. The correct term is committed. She suspected that now this is not just a vocabulary mistake, this is a grammar mistake as well, because we need a different tense. This happened before she suspected, so we need a had. Yeah, we need a had whenever we go back to an earlier verb. Yeah, this verb, which comes later than suspect, happened earlier. So we need to get rid of made, because it's not the right word, and we need to say had committed. She suspected that he had committed. Yeah, now I put two T's in, but sometimes you only see one T there. It depends. It depends about UK English, American English, things like that, but I put two T's in there. She suspected that he had committed this murder on his own or by himself. And that is a really common mistake, so make sure you write that one down if you think you might have got that one wrong before. Yeah, it's on your own or by yourself. It's not by your own, and that's a really, really common mistake. So please memorize that one, and remember that you commit crimes. You commit murder, you commit robbery, you commit breaking and entering, whatever. You commit a burglary, yeah, and so commit with crimes, please. People commit crimes, okay? And remember that you need to use had when you go back. I mean, really, this is just like reported speech. She told me he had committed this murder. She said he had committed this murder. Most of the time, with this past perfect, you normally see it after she told me, she suspected, she said, she explained. You know, when there's a verb of talking here and this verb happened before the verb of talking, you need past perfect. So look out for reported speech and past perfect. Okay, something quite similar here actually. Sherlock noticed, very similar to she suspected, Sherlock noticed that someone was following the victim for, that's a signal word for a perfect tense, for a long time. So this is a signal word for a perfect tense. So let's put this past continuous, let's change it to past perfect, and it will sound much better. Had been following. Sherlock noticed. This following happened before Sherlock noticed, just like that had committed happened before she suspected. This had been following happened before Sherlock noticed. Okay, and so this is why we need had been following. But a second reason, you know, that one reason is that it happened before noticed, but a second reason is the signal word for. So please look out for signal words, but please notice as well that this is very similar to the reported speech. She suspected, Sherlock noticed, Sherlock explained, Sherlock told me that someone had been following the victim for a long time. Okay, number three. She wanted to get an advice from him. This is a very common mistake. I think that advice is countable in a lot of foreign languages, but in English it's uncountable, like evidence